Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I wanted to make a video today about Trump. Today I was going on one of his rally things, and there's just so many people saying, like, that he's stupid and everything, that he doesn't know what he's talking about and everything like that. And I want to say that he does. More than anybody can ever imagine. And if someone's got something to say about Trump, if people hate Trump, then this video might change them. They're thinking about him. Listen, what takes a godly man is work. A man has to work to the sweat of his brow. That's what God says. A man has to work to the sweat of his brow, and the women are supposed to, I think, take care. Something about, I can't remember what the women part of it is, but the men are supposed to work the sweat of their brow, and he is definitely doing that. But people say sometimes, hold on, okay. So people say sometimes, well, he's corrupted and stuff, and he's corrupted, and we look at what he's trying to do, and I totally support it. I would, if I was 20 years old and I was able to vote, I'd vote for him, because he's trying to get rid of abortions. He's trying to get rid of illegal aliens that are coming into this country, illegal, in an illegal way. They're coming into this country because Biden opened the borders, okay? I don't normally get political on this channel, but people need to just stop with harassing Trump. I mean, Biden and Kamala Harris have destroyed this country. Kamala Harris and Kamala Harris was Biden's person when he was president. She was just like Vance. That's going to be Trump's person, or vice president, I should say. Kamala Harris was the reason for all the rights and everything. She was the one that wanted rights for everybody. She was the one that, and you know where that brought us, right? LGBTQ, Black Lives Matter, everything like that. Everybody to have rights, okay? That meant gays, that meant people, murderers, that meant basically everybody. And one of the big things when Biden was in 2020, LGBTQ became a thing. Now, it became a thing a little bit before that. It was kind of a thing, but they invented something called gay pride. And they decided that, it would be a good idea to let them have their rights, and that didn't end very well for people. Now people think that they can walk around looking like clowns. They think they can walk, I always say this, and I know it may sound, kind of corny or something, but it's not Adam and Steve. It's Adam and Eve, people. I mean, when we look at what Biden and Harris were doing, I mean, that was horrible. That was horrible. Nobody in the history of our country liked Biden. Nobody did. Nobody liked Harris. After what Biden put our country through, that's why Harris didn't win. Harris was behind that man, talking into his ear. She was the one. Vice presidents always are the ones to say things to the president and then make them like, okay, let's do it. Let's get all the murderers and people that were killing all the people when George Floyd died, when got killed by that cop, all the people that got put in jail for that got bailed out by Kamala Harris. All the people that were burning houses down, all the people that were shooting people, all the people that were rioting, all those people got bailed out from Kamala Harris bailed them all out. And now I think that Trump is better than that. I think that because Trump loves God, he loves Jesus. And I think that when, Kamala Harris does not like Jesus, she despises him, and I don't like that. I don't like when Trump is trying to bring the Bible to America, she's trying to take it away. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that they're taking Christianity away from the United States. Because when I was in school, when Trump was still in office, when I was in school, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad that, and even the prices of gas, people should know, like in Bagley, the prices are only like $2.11. They used to be like $4. $4 for gas, a and that's a lot of money to be paying per gallon. That's a lot of money, and nobody wants to pay that. I mean, my mom would walk out of the gas station, spent $100 or $200 on gas, and that's not okay. Okay, I might sound stupid. I'm just a kid. Nobody's gonna care what I say about it. But let me tell you something else. It's what it is it's the good and the bad. It is. It's like Clint Eastwood, the good and the bad and the ugly. And I actually put that on my Facebook. The good is Trump, the bad is Biden, and the ugly is Kamala Harris because she is ugly. The only thing that she cares about is giving people abortions. Everything that she does is against God. Everything. Abortions, gays. She wants to make it legal for boys, men, and men to do it with each other. She wants to make it legal and free for women and women to do it together. That's why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was a place. They weren't people. It was a place where all these people, the same genders, okay, men and men, women and women, were all, having sex. Let's just say, men and men, women and women. That doesn't work, okay? When there's opposites, it's like in, physical science, basically. When two, I'm trying to think, when two opposites, they connect. Two opposites. Not two of the same, not, the opposite. So a man and a woman are opposite from each other. A man and a man are not opposite, they're the same. So that does not connect. Okay? When we look at what God, God's going to send all those people in like a fire. And with Kamala Harris. Abortions. Jesus didn't tell his disciples to go kill babies. Jesus, what they do is people might say, well, what if it's rape? That's the biggest excuse I've ever seen in my life. What if it's rape? Okay, what if it is? You can go to the doctor, okay, if you get raped, you can go to the doctor and have them take, give you medicine so that the baby is not even developed yet. So that you're not killing a baby that's inside your stomach. It takes at least a day or a couple of days before it's fully developed. And it depends on the person. It takes a couple tries to get somebody pregnant. And, because it's not, people might say, well, what if we get raped? What if somebody, gets held against their will? Well, you know what? There's a thing called a morning after pill. Or if somebody makes a mistake, morning after pill. That means you can take a pill in the morning and then you don't have to worry about it. I mean, doctors make medication for that reason. Birth control and all these other things. That's why they make them. And I'm not a woman. I don't know anything about pregnancy. I don't know anything about that. But I do know a little bit about how babies are made and what you can do to try to make it so that you don't have babies, or if you do have a baby, you can adopt. You can do adoption, go to adoption agency and have it adopted. I mean, there's so many things that you can do, and then they'll make excuses. Well, what if the parents don't want an adoption, or what if the parents don't want this? Well, you know what? Doctors now are gonna get um uh you can get abortions still, but it's costly. The doctors that do it will be charged a good amount, and that's good. Trump and Trump. That's good. Trump should do that, because you know what? Why should men have to, like, we have to deal with the baby too. If women decide, imagine this. Imagine I get a girl pregnant, and I'm 25. Okay, I'm not 25, but imagine I'm 25 and I get a girl pregnant, and then she says, and then we plan on naming it and everything else, and then she says, and then she plans on getting abortion. I said, hell no. No, I'm sorry to use the word hell, but heck no. No. After I went through all the hard work to try to help you, or give us this child, no. After all the work it took, no. No, thank you. I don't think so. That's one thing I will not have. I will not have a wife if they don't believe in God. I will not have that, because Jesus is the only God. Jesus is the only God, and what I'm really bringing up is Jesus here, people. Kamala Harris is not a godly person. She's not. She is not believe in Jesus. Trump. I mean, people might say that Trump is, saying, fake and everything. He's more real than real can get, because he's the only one that I see that hasn't actually laughed in the debate. Okay, when they're talking about in the debate, when they're talking about wars, the only thing Kamala Harris could do is sit there and laugh. They're talking about wars, and she's sitting there with a smirk on her face. Now, let me tell you something. If she would have won this election, we would have been so far in hell. Putin would have had his nuke detonated right when she won. We would have been nuked. I feel like that would have happened. Either Kim Jong-un or Putin would have done it, because they're getting really tired of our country now. Now that Biden ran it for a couple years, or 4 years. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. I tell you, I don't even know who would have the brains to like Kamala Harris, especially the shit that, excuse my language, especially the crap that Biden put everybody through, not just adults, kids too. He made us wear masks, okay? I mean, that's not going to help us a cold or anything like that. Or I guess the government did that, but he opened up our borders. He shut down the pipelines. Democrats believe, well, air pollution and all the other crapola, and I don't really believe in that, because God will destroy the earth. Like I said in the other video, God will destroy the earth, not air pollution. Air pollution might pollute the earth. Air pollution might hurt the earth, but it ain't going to destroy it. As far as the earth is concerned, the earth knows that God is real. The earth even knows that. And, I just don't know. Like, Democrats are so, like, my grandma and grandpa were Democrats, and they believed in God. You can still believe in Jesus and be a Democrat. Depends on who you are. My grandma, grandpa, my dad's mom and dad, they believed in Jesus, but they were still Democrats. And They thought that, oh, well, we're going to have all this money. We're going to have this and that. Biden's going to give us checks. Biden's going to give us that. No, he's not. And you know what? That's all they voted for him for, is the checks. That's the only thing they voted for. And I think the main reason why they did that is because they wanted to pick on my dad. Because my dad and my mom are Republicans. So they wanted, I think, my grandma and grandpa, my mom's mom and dad are Republican too. They do not like Biden or Harris. And I don't either. I don't agree with her. I don't agree with what she does. I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. I just don't like the stuff that she does. And the things that she is capable of is just, mind blowing. Because what a human can do on this earth, it's crazy. What Elon Musk can do, what anybody can do, it's crazy. I freaking hate Elon Musk. Elon Musk, oh my gosh. I know that he likes Trump, but let me tell you something. He's turning, okay? People are always, well, I mean, and another thing is I don't like the fact that people sit and cry about, oh, we're using too much gas, we're using too much oil, we're using too much, this and that. And then somebody like Elon Musk comes around. I believe it. I love gas. We should keep gas. But he's like, but people complain about the electric cars. People complain if the frickin' earth turned. People complain that the earth spins on a tilt. People complain. And I'm not kidding you. Like, people say, well, we shouldn't be using gas. We shouldn't be using oil. Like, that's cause oil spills. That's cause ocean crap or whatever the heck people think now. Okay? Make up your mind. Do you want gas? Okay? That's God has made an oil. I know Christians who just do not like the thought of oil being on the earth or gas. And I say that is a God-made thing. Oil and gas are a God-made thing. Oil comes from the ground, and so does gas. Gas comes from the ground too. God made everything that's on the earth. Anything that's not man-made, God made. God made the man that made the house. God made the man that made the man and the woman to make the kid. God made the kid to, it's basically what I'm trying to say is that we're not special people, but, that's all man-made stuff, but a lot of, abortions and stuff, I've talked a lot about abortions, and I just freaking hate the thought of, Trump is trying to save Israel right now, okay? Kamala Harris doesn't give a crap about Israel. The last thing she will care about is whether or not she gets the right to have abortions. And that's the only thing really she cares about. She don't care about our country. She don't care about us. She cares about the fact that she can get whatever she wants. And she don't care about anybody. Biden ran out of the race because he was getting too old. He was defeated. Probably felt really stupid after that debate in June. But or July, I think. Yeah, I think it was either June or July. But I bet he felt pretty stupid about that. But yeah, so it's getting really bad. Our world is turning, and it's gonna turn into a big rat's nest if nobody helps it. Trump's done a lot of bad things, and here's where I'm gonna talk about Trump. Okay, he's done a lot of bad things. He might have had prostitutes and stuff like that, but you know what? There's another thing called killing people. There's another thing called cannibalism. There's another thing called shooting people and killing babies. And I think that Trump is pretty freaking good, considering some Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, freaking all these other people. But see, only people, they want to hit Trump so hard that people just start losing. People are jealous of Trump. What it is people are jealous of Trump, that he's got all this money. That's what it is. People are jealous of him. But you know what? People say that he doesn't have any money. Oh, he has lots of money. He's got billions and trillions of dollars. And he's practically like Elon Musk. But he's not he's not like Elon Musk. I mean, Trump used to be one of the richest people. And he's built towers. He's built houses. He's built a hotel in New York. He helped build the Freedom Tower. He, he put a lot of money into that Freedom Tower. And New York, let me tell you something. New York is Trump's city. New York is Trump's city. Whoever goes to New York needs to know that that is Trump's city. That is Trump's city. Okay, that's Trump's city. And you know what? I deserve something else. They say, Trump is such a bad person, but really, we're the bad people for judging him. God says we shall not judge people. God will be the judge. When Trump goes to heaven one day, God will judge him. God will judge Kamala Harris. God will judge Walz. God will judge Vance. Okay? God will judge me. Okay? No one's going to judge me. No one's going to judge Trump. No one's going to judge Kamala Harris. Because in the end, we can't do anything with what they do. That's not our lives. That's not what we should be worrying about. What they do. But they're making it so that we have to worry about it. And I don't think it's very cool, honestly. I don't know. I think that our world is built on so much hate and hatred that our world's lost. I think my whole town, the town that I live in, all Trump supporters. Bagley, Bemidji, basically all Trump supporters. You go down to Duluth, you go down to Minneapolis, Biden Harris supporters. That's where, okay, the big cities, Duluth and Minneapolis, same with Grand Forks, same with, everything. Grand Forks, Fargo, everything like that. Those are all the big cities. Minneapolis gets talked about a lot by Trump. Trump loves Minneapolis, but he doesn't like what Minneapolis has turned into. And, I think that we need to come to an understanding that Minnesota, I live in Minnesota. It's very beautiful. And, we all need to come to an understanding here that nobody's perfect. Nobody can be perfect like Jesus. I'm not very judgmental. I am a little judgmental sometimes, but I don't know. Like I said in other videos, people are forgetting who's boss here. People are forgetting that Jesus is the boss, not Trump. Trump is the boss of the United States, not the world. God is in charge of the world. The world does not have a president. The world does not have a government. The world is God. The president of the world is God. And, I love when people say, that Trump has done so many bad things. And Kamala Harris, she's just like, I don't know, like Trump is doing good things, and then she'll go and do bad things. That's like, because everybody's manipulative, That's why, like, I don't really, like, think that Trump is very, like, some things I think he does lie about, but other things I don't think so. Like, believing in God, if, let me tell you something, he got shot at 2 times and never got hit. If that ain't God, I don't know who it is, because the devil wouldn't save him. No, the devil wouldn't save him. And that's who sent him, is the devil. The devil sent the shooter to go kill him. And the Jesus had his shield on and said, "Hey, you are not going to kill this man." And he saved him. And this is what he saved him for. Being our president. God saved Trump. And nobody can say, well, Trump just got lucky. No, he didn't. No. All Christians should know that God saves, not the devil. God saves. I'll have to leave it there, guys. It's already 25 minutes. But everybody gets the picture about what I'm talking about here. And I just hate the world. Hate is like killing. So I don't hate the world. I just don't like how the world is being. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there. I'll see you guys in the next video.